Hello world travelers and welcome to GeoQ, an app like no other. I'm one of your hosts, Chase.
And my name is Sunny. We've been trotting the globe together for some time now. That's what led us to develop GeoQ.
Yep, since we launched the GeoQ app, our global quest has gone to a whole new level.
It's so cool. GeoQ gives us the green light to travel, and it drops us in a completely new and exciting location. Then you get to help us figure out where we are.
Because we never know where we're going until we get there. Once we land, you'll play a game to figure out our location and then hunt for a souvenir. And I love souvenirs because it's like you get to take a little piece of somewhere with you.
That's right, and each time you help us find a souvenir, it unlocks a clue about our next quest. Now, before we jump right into all that our GeoQ app has to offer, we need to fill you in on some of our greatest travel hacks.
And in case you don't know what a travel hack is, it's a helpful tip or trick that can help you when you're on the go.
All right, to find out today's travel hack, it's time to play a game, and this one is called What's in the Suitcase?
You'll see a suitcase with the top 5 snacks people pack on a trip, but you'll only be able to see their shadows.
Guess what they are before the timer runs out to hear today's travel hack. You guys did awesome! Today's travel hack is to pack what's important. Snacks are definitely at the top of the list for me, especially some nice crunchy potato chips.
For me, I can't leave home without my super special blankie. I've had it since I was born.
Now, we have one more travel hack before we get going today.
We sure do. This one's for when you're getting ready for a road trip. You gotta make sure you have some tunes queued up to help the time go by.
And I've got one fired up and ready to kick us off. Everyone stand up and let's sing this together.
My shepherd, my healer, my God. You're my Lord, my provider. You're my Father, my Savior, my Lord. Whoa, we know your name. We trust in you, for you are great. Whoa, we look to you for all our days. You'll see us through.
was incredible. Now I'm ready to wander.
Me too. Let's see where GeoQ takes us today.
Grab your suitcase, my friend. It's time to go. Whoa, that's a lot of sand.
Oh, it sure is. I've never been anywhere like this before.
Me either. Where are we?
We need you to help us figure it out by playing this next game.
Let's play this or that. Listen out for a question. If you think the answer is on this side of the screen, wave your arms this way. And if you think the answer is on that side of the screen, wave your arms that way. Ready? Here we go. Question 1. Which of these would you find at Sonny and Chase's location? Stonehenge or the Great Pyramid of Giza? Question 2. What animal would you find more commonly in this country? Question 3. Which famous icon would you find in this place? Now that you know these 3 things about Sonny and Chase's location, what country do you think they're in? Egypt or Ireland? Location confirmed.
Yes, we're in Egypt. Good job, GeoQuesters.
I can't wait to find out more about this place.
Marhaban, my mummies! That's how the Egyptians say hello in their native language, Arabic. Well, I may have added the mummies part, but you get the point. I'm Wander Around, and at your request, I'm here to confirm you are in fact on the continent of Africa in the country of Egypt. Welcome to the land of the desert pyramids, GeoQuesters. You may be wondering why you've wandered all the way over to the land of sand and Nile crocodiles. Well, why don't we ask our mummy friends? I guess they're keeping things under wraps. In the meantime, you could get to work on building a pyramid. After all, it took 20,000 workers 23 years to build one. So for us, just doing the math, carry the 1 times 5, divide that by 26 for some reason, and well, we'll leave that to the professionals. Phew, woo! You may notice it gets a little hot out here in the desert, and if you're holding out hope for some rainfall, keep on dreaming. Egypt only gets about 1 inch of rain per year. Yeah, you heard that right. 365 days and only 1 inch? That's like half a pinky's worth of rain. Temperatures can be a scorcher, getting up to 114 degrees in the hottest part of the summer. So even if that rainfall did come, I'm guessing it would just dry right up. Egypt isn't a completely dry land though. There is a river that runs through it called the Nile. And while that houses crocodiles, Egypt is also home to a variety of other animals like jackals, gazelles, and cobras. Ugh, no thank you. How about something a little cuter? Did you know that here in Egypt, cats are considered to be a sacred animal? Take that, cobras! Enough meowing around. I bet you're ready to find out what souvenir you're looking for today. It's a good one too. I've loaded the coordinates into GeoQ. You'll find your souvenir at 30 degrees to 39 degrees north Interstate Highway. Well, if that's not enough, you know I've got you covered. Wander Around doesn't make you wander around. Here's a few hints to get you going. Don't judge it by the outside or you'll miss half of the prize. It's the color of the sands, and back in the beginning, you'll find it deep within the tombs. Best of luck to you. Come back once you found the souvenir.
I love a good souvenir. It's hard to pick just one, but when you pick that one very special souvenir, it can help you remember how much fun you had on your trip.
That's so true, Chase. And that's why we created souvenir badges here in GeoQ. They help us remember where we've been, and when you find them, they unlock our next quest.
All right, keep your eyes on the screen and listen out for us to give you the clues to find this week's souvenir. First up, clue number 1, If we judge it by the outside, we'll miss half the fun.
Could it be a book or a box maybe?
Okay, clue number 2, it's the color of the sand.
And clue number 3 is that you'd find it deep in the tomb.
Okay, you have a few more seconds to find it if you haven't already. Yell out what you think it is.
It was a mummy!
Great work, GeoQ users. That was a tough one. Now that you found today's souvenir, let's see what Juan's got to say.
Whew. I was starting to think you got swept away in the sands of time. Maybe stuck in a sand trap. Or worse, eaten up by some quicksand. Whoa! Whew. But no, you didn't get wrapped up in anything like that. Get it? Wrapped? Like the mummy you found? Anyways, the whole mummy thing is super interesting. When someone died, ancient Egyptians would cover the body in a powder, wrap it up in layers of linen, and then place the body down into a coffin. Those Egyptians were trying to care for those who died. But do you know who cares for us the most and can even heal us when we aren't feeling too hot? God! That's right, God is the ultimate healer and still heals people today. In the Bible, there was a king named Hezekiah. King Hezekiah was a pretty young guy when he first took over and ended up being one of the greatest kings of all time. Yeah, I said it. He was a goat, like the king goat. Old Hezi remained faithful to God, and because of this, he was successful in everything he did. When King Hezekiah was around 39 years old, he became very sick. And we're not talking like the case of the sniffles, no way. He was so sick that God sent him a message through a prophet named Isaiah. The message told Hezekiah to go ahead and get things in order, that he wasn't going to get better and soon he would die. So you can imagine this was pretty tough news to hear. The king wasn't ready to wrap things up quite yet. So he prayed to God and asked him to remember how faithful he had always been and how he always served God with his whole heart. Right after Hezekiah finished praying, God gave Isaiah another message for the king. This next message was quite the game changer. The message told Hezekiah that God had heard his prayers and, drum roll please, decided to heal him. That's right. God told Hezekiah that in 3 days, the king would go to the temple and then God would add 15 more years to his life. King Hezekiah was a little bit of a skeptic though, and was like, prove it! He asked Isaiah for a sign, so that God would prove he'd actually do it. And without missing a beat, Isaiah offered the king 2 options. Do you want the sun's shadow to move forward 10 steps or back 10 steps? Hezekiah knew it was pretty easy for the shadow to move forward 10 steps, so he picked the other option. Well, challenge accepted. God made the shadow go back 10 steps, and the king knew he would be healed. Hezekiah decided to go to the temple after 3 days and ended up living for 15 more years. 15! That's because God kept his promise and healed Hezekiah. God has many names, and one of those names is healer because, well, God's a healer. You see, God really cares about us. He really wants us to be healthy physically, like with our bodies, emotionally, with our feelings, mentally, with our thoughts, and spiritually, in our relationship with Him. That mummy you found is a great reminder that God can heal any sickness we have. He may not always heal in the way that we would choose, but we can be sure that God is our healer. The best of the quest isn't over yet. We've got lots of ground to cover, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Incredible! Who even knew that there was so much to learn from mummies? Our time in Egypt has taught me a ton about who God is. This mummy badge is going to help us always remember that God is my healer.
Yeah. Every time I see this mummy, I'll remember that God can heal us when we're hurt in our bodies, and He can also heal our hearts.
Come on, fellow questers, say this after me. God is my healer.
My healer.
That's exactly right. And earning this week's souvenir badge unlocks a clue about our next quest.
In this country, you'll find a clock that weighs 13.7 tons and stands 316 feet tall.
Whoa, that's a really big clock.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
In the meantime, want to sing another one of our travel songs?
Yeah? Stand up and let's sing together.
everything. Oh my God, my Father, my hope, no other. You're everything. You're everything.
I hope you've had as much fun in our app as we have.
That's all the time we have to play today, so let's all bow our heads, close our eyes, and pray together.
Dear God, thank you for showing us more about who you are. We're so thankful that you are our healer. Thank you for loving us, caring for us, and healing our every hurt. Help us to remember that you can do anything, and because of that, we can ask you for what we need, big or small. We love you. Amen.
See you all next week.